So the other day, I had lunch with this up and coming entrepreneur. He was probably in his late 20s, really intelligent, great guy. Really had a fun conversation with him. And he was describing some things that he was struggling with, and just describing some challenges he had in some current projects and some struggles. And he just seemed to be a little bit stuck and a little bit disheartened, maybe a little bit less motivated than he normally is. And so I kind of was trying to dig into what his nutrient source was. And I asked him, well, describe to me the last few books you've read. And I watched him, and I thought for a second he was going to list several of them. And then it was as if he gave me this long, kind of blank stare, almost like, dude, I hadn't read anything since high school.
What? You don't read books? What the hell, man? How are you going to make it in this world without reading books? Seriously, books are the real deal. They matter.
Because for me, books are like blood in my veins. I mean, they are so vitally important to my daily life. I mean, I feel like as an entrepreneur, if you're not reading at least a book a month, 12 books a year, you're behind. To me, a book, and it doesn't need to be this self-help book or nonfiction, because I am very moved. My heart is really inspired by fiction and by story. But just set that aside and just think about how much an author, for example, puts into a book. He puts his heart and soul into it. He has his favorite people and his editors and publishers look over the book. Incredible research goes into these books. I mean, what an incredible bargain to spend $15 on a book to learn something and glean something new. And I have a book list, a mile long, of books that I hear about that I've not read. And I've read a ton of books. I read a couple a month. And I'm constantly trying to fill my mind with podcasts and interviews. I'm constantly trying to learn from other people. So why would I want to be on this island all by myself and try to learn everything on my own through experience? To me, that's a foolish thing to do as an entrepreneur. And I feel like books are a great shortcut, sort of a hack in learning. It expedites so much for me. And so if you've read anything that's really inspired you as a leader or an entrepreneur, I want to hear about it. The chances are that I've read the book, but there's also a good chance that I've never heard of the book and that it could completely revolutionize how I see a certain aspect of my business life or my personal life. So I'm completely all ears and totally open to any suggestions and ideas on books to read, because I'm an avid reader and they are super important to me. So anyway, I just thought about that and just was moved by this young man's lack of nutrients through books.
Go away! Read some books.